Hey you guys, it's your girl Kamika and welcome back to the Makeba YouTube channel, the Love Makeba official channel. And we are finally at VEDAS number 13. Today is August 13th and we are now fully caught up and ready to start a new tomorrow on track. You guys don't know, I am so committed to making sure I give you guys 31 days of information, hair science, myth busting, and even some funny anecdotal live information. I even plan to give you guys a little background on actually me and my own personal hair journey. So stay tuned for that as well because I think it may be helpful for many of you. But nevertheless, we are at VEDA number 13. And some of you are going to be weirded out about this VEDA that I'm going to talk about. But trust me, it is not witchcraft, right? It is not poo-poo science. It is not something that you should be grossed out or disgusted by. It is something that is actually being done on the regular. I do it myself. And you may be pleasantly surprised to find out about it. And what I'm talking about is how you can use your shared, I'm tired, y'all, it's late. How you can use your shed hair as fertilizer for your plants. I will take a moment and let that kind of settle on you because a lot of people think it's kind of weird, but it is a very, very common practice. It is done all over the world. And like I said, it's not voodoo, but you do, want to be careful with your hair. I will say that you want to be careful with your own hair. So you want to use your hair or maybe even some of your old weave hair. But I have been for years now taking a lot of my shed hair that has been clean, that is free from a lot of buildup and things like that. So as my hair sheds, I have actually been breaking it down and putting it into some of my plants. And the reason that I do that is because hair gives your plants nutrients plus increases the nitrogen level in your soil by about 15%. Now, like I said, you may think that is kind of weird, but it actually works because you got to remember ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Human beings, if you believe in a religious point of view, a Christian point of view, we were formed from the dust and to the dust we're going to return. And so the dust is just another word for the soil. And so your hair, with all of its proteins and sulfur and nitrogen and other minerals in it, is really nothing but various forms of dust in a sense, soil in a sense. So you can actually take your shed hair, you can actually take your shed hair and put it deeply into your plants, and you should begin to see your plants slowly but surely improve in appearance and improve in spread and growth. Now, you do need to know that hair alone is not the best fertilizer for your plant. Or your trees or your grass. It really should be mixed with other compost because what it's going to do is help the hair to break down faster. But you can still use it alone. Just know that it could take up to about 2 years for your hair to completely break down and spread all of its nutrients or give all of its nutrients out to the plant. All right. So if you ever heard your grandmama, your nana, your big mama, or maybe even your pawpaw said, hair is a good fertilizer for plants. Usually not by itself, but if you do use it by itself, it still adds a little something to your plants. It is not a myth. And if you're worried about voodoo or somebody putting roots on you, you can go ahead and continue burning it. Because that's what folk be doing. Right? We used to do that when we were kids. We would get our hair braided and they take all the shed hair and then they put it in the ashtray and then they burn it because they didn't want nobody to, put roots on you. Right? And so believe what you want to believe, but I do know the science says that hair provides is a great nitrogen source. Nitrogen and sulfur source for your garden. So just wanted to drop that on you. It's a little lighter than what we're normally talking about here, and that's a good thing because I want to give you guys a little bit of variety here. So if this information has been helpful to you, if you found it useful, interesting, or funny, I would appreciate it if you would go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and be sure to share with anybody that you think would find it funny or useful as well. As always, I will meet you guys in the comment section, and thank you for sticking with me through these VEDAS. And tomorrow the VEDAS should be up at around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at the latest, and going forward to the end, that's going to be our time for posting because we is caught up. I appreciate you and I love you. God bless. Mwah.